What up, guys? So today I am using the Marksman Bolt Carbine. I am trying out this weapon. Since it has been buffed, I figured, hey, you know what? Let's give Marksman a try. This is a level 8 sniper. So this is my console sniper. I do have marksmanship, which is nice, so I am getting a little bit of extra damage. The Marksman Bolt Carbine, I think, is a very satisfying weapon to use. It feels really fun. I like the weapon. It feels like a very aggressive weapon, but it's also pretty accurate. And on Sniper, I think it does a good job at being a good close-range weapon and a good medium range, and if you're hitting those headshots, it could potentially stretch to long range as well. So I just think it's a fun all-around weapon to use. Now, it is Artificer, and we are jumping into Substantial. And I don't know if you saw my teammates' levels, but they are both level 25, and we have a pretty nice team synergy going on because I am doing extra melee damage against extremists, and I am using a blocking combat knife. But I'm increasing the headshot damage of my teammates, and they don't seem to be very interested in using their weapons. As you see, it is a Bulwark and the Assault class. Now there, I definitely got caught off guard by that beam attack. I definitely am better at dodging beam attack normally, but I think I tried to line up a gun strike, you know, with the perfect dodge gun strike against the beam attack there, and it's kind of tough. It's kind of tough. It definitely is something that you really need to pay attention to and get it down precise. So yeah, eventually I will get better at the perfect dodge for the Zoanthrope beam attack. Now, this is Substantial, but Substantial can still throw some dangerous waves at you. Right here, we are getting pressured, and we are trying to find the code to basically progress the operation here. But we are getting absolutely swarmed by Tyranids, especially the Majors. You can see them start to pile in here. And I'm just trying my best to keep my distance. I am using the bolt pistol there. I'm not 100% sure why I'm bringing out the bolt pistol there. I definitely should be lining up those headshots. Oh, because I have low ammo. And that was a dangerous Spore Mine attack right there, but luckily I did have some healing for that. And now we're just trying to survive the onslaught of Spore Mines here, which it does seem to be the case, but we still have a few Majors here. It doesn't seem to be any more Spore Mines. Sometimes you never know. They can they can spawn in, deal a lot of damage, and then go away, and then next thing you know, there's a whole bunch of Spore Mines again. This will be the week the Spore Mine apocalypse should be patched, hopefully. But we will see. We will see. We're not 100% sure what even is the game plan for patching the Spore Mines. I know we're just going to see less of them, but we might see them in a different spawn capacity as well. Like maybe it's less Spore Mines, but we get more spawns or something. We will see. We will see. Who knows, really, because hopefully the Spore Mine patch goes through flawlessly. But yeah, I've been definitely feeling it when it comes to Tyranid missions. Spore Mines, man, they can seriously make a lot of trouble. So the Marksman Bolt Carbine here, I gotta say, is pretty good. The Artificer Bolt Carbine is a nice weapon. The Bolt Carbine in general is a really good leveling weapon. I think it can potentially basically shoot above its weight, I will say. I think it can, an Artificer Bolt Carbine might be able to get the job done on Ruthless without any trouble, and I have used Artificer weapons in Lethal and Absolute as well, but it's basically, the Plasma Incinerators and, the top tier weapons you can pull it off. I'm not too sure the Marksman Bolt Carbine is capable of going into Lethal. I'm not 100% sure, but pretty soon I am going to have this Bolt Carbine completely leveled up, and depending on what level my sniper is, I'm definitely thinking about just jumping into Lethal, but I know like a level 10 Lethal sniper is not something anybody would be interested in playing with. Dude, right there. right there. Luckily I had the camo healing, and I was able to not get absolutely eviscerated by spore mines. Oh, now we have this Northrope fight. Northropes are actually really fun to fight as sniper. And honestly, since I was trying out this new weapon, I was like, oh, this is kind of like the perfect terminus enemy to see the damage capability of the Marksman Bolt Carbine. And as you can see here, the range is I'm not super close to the Northrope here. I would consider this medium to long range for sure. And I'm getting some nice damage on this Northrope. Now, I do have some pretty good teammates with me, but they are melee-centered classes. So this was actually a pretty good spot for the sniper to kind of show off the Marksman Bolt Carbine here. I am stacking up a fair amount of damage. Oh, our assault goes down. He was playing super aggressive the entire operation. He definitely stacks up his melee damage quite a bit. Now, that was a shadow stab right there. I'm starting to really get a hold of the combat knife charge attack, the shadow stab here. I'm definitely starting to get more comfortable with it, and I gotta say, it's very satisfying to land. It's a very good attack. You just really have to get use of the amount of time it takes to charge it, because you can get 2 charges on it. And I will admit that, you know, that second charge, really holding down that shadow stab, is definitely worth it. You get a lot of damage out of it. As you saw right there, that was a 1 charge. I believe that was a 1 charge shadow stab, but I'm not 100% sure. Sometimes with sniper, it's kind of like, you know, if you start to charge it in camo, I do believe by the time you are leaving camo, your shadow stab is already charged once. So I would say go for the first charge, and then, you know, as soon as you start to feel more comfortable, with shadow stab, you could definitely hold it for a beat or 2 just to land a huge attack on either a stunned enemy or an enemy that is on their way to attack you, and you might be able to catch them off guard or something. Basically, shadow stab is definitely worth, it's definitely worth trying out and, practicing, because you get a lot of burst damage from that weapon. Now, Inferno so far, as you see in a substantial, for this substantial run, Inferno does not hold back. We really ran through a lot of mobs here. They threw a lot at us. They threw a lot at us in this operation. And I'm glad I was using the blocking combat knife here. And yeah, right there was a nice stun. We were able to hold off the first wave of these Tyranids pretty well. The Marksman Bolt Carbine taking down that Zoanthrope, and this is a nice execution. Now right here I get pressured. I get pressured by Gaunts, and luckily I do have a blocking combat knife, so I'm able to, keep my armor up. But as you see here, this is the one weird spot about the blocking combat knife. These Gaunts are staying just amounts. They're basically standing right in front of the Majoress, and basically I'm losing out on I was losing out on hitting the Majoress because the Gaunts were basically just in the way of it. And whenever I would hit the area of effect, pushback, for whatever reason, the Major was able to basically just outrange it. So the length of a Gaunt is just enough to have a Major outrange one of those AOE damage, blocking damage effects. But still, luckily, I have a strong enough combat knife for this situation. So it wasn't anything I couldn't start to work around. So, like, Sniper, as you can see here, Sniper is a very good class at close range, long range. The Marksman Bolt Carbine, I gotta say, actually kind of started to impress me by the end of this operation. It's definitely a weapon that I want to try out. I want to try out the Relic version. But, Substantial definitely can throw some tricky mobs at you, but, in absolute, we will see the true potential of the Relic Bolt Carbine Marksman, and I really enjoy the weapon. I think it looks cool. This was a good run. We had a good team here for sure, and luckily that spore mine situation didn't absolutely kill me. So spore mines are definitely getting on my nerves a little bit, but I am definitely looking forward to the hotfix. Now, I was super close to putting up 10k with the Artificer Marksman Bolt Carbine. And I also had some, you know, a fair amount of melee damage. But the Assault class that was on our team had over, what, he was over 10k. So, I don't know. We had some good DPS as a team. That was a good run.